The crystal chandelier in my parents' dining room filled the room with warm light. 12 people were sitting around the large wooden table, enjoying my mother's famous prime rib. My father, Robert Hernandez, was enjoying himself. He had worked at Morrison and Associates for 15 years and had recently become a senior partner. He was very proud of his position. He raised his glass and looked around the table. "So, this is the whole family," he said. "My wife, Carmen. Our daughter, Sophia, who just made partner at her law firm." Then he looked at me. "And then there's Michael." His smile became cruel. "We don't talk much about Michael." I kept cutting my food and said nothing. I had learned a long time ago that reacting only made things worse. Dad continued. "Michael is our little entrepreneur. He's been building his business for 6 years now. And he still lives in that tiny studio apartment downtown. He even drives a 15-year-old Honda." Some of Dad's colleagues laughed politely. "But hey," he added, "at least he's following his dreams, right?" My sister Sophia quickly joined in. "Michael thinks he's going to change the digital marketing world or something. Very ambitious for someone who can't even afford to take a girl on a proper date." Everyone laughed again. I checked my watch. It was 7:45 p.m. Perfect. Janet Morrison, one of Dad's colleagues, looked at me. Double quotes. "So, Michael, what exactly do you do?" Before I could answer, Dad waved his hand. "Michael has a small consulting business. Very small. He helps small local shops with their websites or something like that." I calmly answered, "I work in digital transformation consulting. I help companies improve their technology systems and data analysis." Dad laughed. "Fancy words for computer stuff." He looked at his colleagues. "Michael has always been good with computers. He just never learned how to make real money from it." The truth was very different. 3 years earlier, I had started Apex Digital Solutions. I had spent years studying the weaknesses of large companies and building solutions for them. My company was no longer small. We now had 847 employees across 4 countries the previous month. We had completed our biggest acquisition yet. Our company was now valued at about $3.20 billion. My family knew none of this. They saw my old Honda, my simple clothes, and my modest apartment. They didn't know about my investments, real estate, or business holdings. I had learned that hiding my success was easier than dealing with people's expectations. Dad continued talking. "The problem with Michael is that he doesn't understand what it takes to succeed in the real world. You need networking, relationships, and the ability to play the game." He pointed toward his colleagues. "These are the people who actually matter in business." I nodded. "You're right, Dad. Relationships are very important." "Exactly," Dad said proudly. He raised his glass toward Janet. "Janet has helped us win some of our biggest clients this year." Janet smiled. What Dad didn't know was that one of those major clients had come through my company. We had recommended Morrison and Associates to North Shore Manufacturing for part of a major digital transformation project. The project was worth $12 million. I had helped send $4.2 million of that business to Dad's firm. I casually asked Janet, "How is the North Shore Manufacturing project going?" Dad immediately looked proud. "Brilliantly. It's our biggest client win this year. A $12 million contract. That's great," I said. Janet smiled. "They're very impressed with our digital strategy. Their previous consultants also did some excellent work. Whoever created their original digital transformation plan was extremely talented." I smiled quietly. The conversation continued for another hour. Dad told stories about his professional success while occasionally making jokes about my supposed failure. My mother tried to defend me, but even her words made me feel worse. Finally, Dad leaned back in his chair. "Success isn't about having big dreams. It's about hard work, execution, and understanding how the